So here we are in the green side bunker on hole number 16. My ball is rolled into this perfect location to hit a nice shot. Don't pay attention to the shot. Keith's going to take it, but it doesn't show how good I am really out of the bunker. So we all go about setting our feet in, getting ourselves ready, and then we take our shot. We don't get it to the green because we're really bad out of bunkers, but we still leave this big mess in the bunker, right? So what's the proper way to rake that out so that it's a good surface after when the next person comes in to play out of it? Well, I myself always kind of toss my golf club out of the bunker so I don't have to worry about that. I can put two hands on the rake and I can do it real nice. It only takes a few seconds to walk over and get the club afterwards. So the first thing is flattening it back out properly so it's has the right amount of sand underneath the ball when the next person comes in. So on a green side bunker, we maintain those a little bit more fluffy. We have tines that go slightly further into the ground, so you'll have to be a little more aggressive. Sometimes it might even take two, but the key is the push stroke is where you actually flatten the bunker back out again, right? You do that where your feet are all in there. You do it where you took the shot out. Now we're going to smooth it back out. Now here is where I don't think most people are really trained properly. So everybody knows you then pull towards you. But if you'll notice, I've got the rake at a very upright angle. That allows the teeth, to come into the bunker and not create this trough where your ball might end up in that trough and create a much harder shot the next time around. So all you have to do is put that bunker rake up at a little bit higher angle and it'll kind of float right along the surface, creating a really nice, you've already got the sand underneath fluffed up. So you're not worrying about fluffing that up. You're really just worried about smoothing it back off on your way out. And you'll notice I actually came in and out of this bunker twice, but normally I would have just walked to this spot. But even having walked in and out and Kate walking in and all that, look how easy it is to create a surface that's really nice to play off. Right? So no matter who ends up in any of this spot where I just went in, and I went the longest way through this bunker, right? But it still took very little effort to work my way all the way back out on the flat end instead of going out in a spot where it's a little bit steeper face and there was a much more higher likelihood that I would have created a real deep footprint. Here, even when we walked in kind of aggressively to make a point, on the flatter part of the bunker, you don't end up with a real deep trough. So in order to smooth that back out, I'd prefer to turn the rake over, make a nice smooth surface as you're closer to the edge. That way when your ball comes in and hits, it's going to just roll off down into that low spot where it's flatter, provide you a much better chance of hitting a good shot. Just shooting.